What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I did release a new single earlier this month called Run, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you the most recent land update. This is for this previous week. Whenever Cryptomancer does these, I'm just going to offer them to you guys so that you know where it's at. I thought that it was only like monthly updates because he came out and I thought that was like the January update, but it looks like he might be doing this on a weekly basis, which, hey, you know what? If it's better for us to keep an eye on where things are at, then, I'll continue to do it that way as long as that's what you guys want. So, here is where he is with land, and I would say that this is actually quite significant, but I'll get to my analysis at the end. So overall progress towards land 1.75 is shown in the picture below. Everything in the phase 1 box will be released together. Phase 2 will come later, as phase 2 is a large project. He's thinking about dropping the phases and just going with 1.75, and then phase 2 would essentially be designated as 1.76. So here's the big news. All planned Trade Hub features have been completed, and I have moved on to working on the last piece of the Phase 1 package. So keep in mind, just for your visual here now, there's Phase 1 and there's Phase 2. In the box is Phase 1, and Phase 1 has 3 parts to it. So you can see that the new resources and new work sites are done. I believe that was even done before Cryptomancer left on his vacation, so sometime last year. Now, this second bubble here, right, LPs, tracking fees, and then resource-to-resource direct swaps so that you don't have to do 2 transactions, that is completed now too. Now, again, I'm not technical, so I don't know what the technicalities are that will be required for this, but I would have thought that these first 2 are the big ones, right? This final one, which is in progress, so it's not even that it's not started. It seems like he's already started on it. Wood, stone, and iron as SPS and research inputs. Now, we already know that they've given the guidelines for that already. Right? That was the most recent land video that I did, talking about the details. And so the outputs of the resources when you harvest them, right, or at least the base that you harvest them, will be the same as the inputs. So again, I think it's just adjusting numbers and adding the resources in. Hopefully it's not anything too crazy, but let's go back to the update here to see what Cryptomancer has said, and then we can go back down to that. So finished refactoring. So the following has been done since my last update. Oh, whoops. I went too far ahead. So, and I've moved on to the last phase. Oh, never mind. So number 1, finish refactoring back-end swap processing to support resource-to-resource swaps, modified server-side database schema to support higher decimal precision. So it looks like, yeah, we're going to be going to the 4 decimal places. Added database configuration, and I think this is for iron, yeah. Added database configuration for resource consumption rates, added resource consumption rate info, and then added info about required resource input amounts to the deed overview screen in the individual plot claim screen. So that's already part of this third part, I would say. In the week ahead, I will be making changes to assorted other screens to show the new info. Once the UI changes are done, then I will shift focus to making it all work on the server side backend. Sorry, that seems very technical, but just kind of sharing with you. And I don't think that there was anything else listed here. There'll be 4 pools total, right? So I think we know that already. And you'll be able to swap directly. And then he did put something just recently. So 1.75 will not have building upgrades. And that's it for now. Okay, so let's go back to this part here. So the phase 2, or we'll just start calling it 1.76 because it seems like that's what they may be doing. Update to production and harvesting system to match Land 2.0 white paper, and then a true harvest all button. So I'm actually not even quite sure what this whole thing will entail, but 1.75 as it stands, right, with these 3 bubbles here, is more than enough to get the ball rolling on really shaking up the land economy and maybe even the game economy through this. So again, I don't know what the technical side of this is, but I'm recording this on January 28th. He posted this last night, so it's only been about 24 hours since that time, or less than 24 hours. The reason I bring up the timing here is because I don't know how long it will take to do this, but this is, again, me speculating. Cryptomancer is not given any timeframes, and he will not give any timeframes. But my guess is that if they're trying to get this out in March, and let's be optimistic, let's say it's going to be the first window with March. I should have already posted the survival mode testing that's going on. And if that goes well, again, there's none of these dates are confirmed, but my guess is that we are going to get survival mode, barring anything major or crazy. my guess is that we can get survival mode on February 4th, right? So you'll have February 4th and February 18th as the two main kind of release dates in February. And then, March will be the same thing, March 4th and March 18th. So let's be optimistic here and say that, nothing breaks with survival mode. It comes out February 4th. I think that as long as, and again, I have no idea how long something like this will take, but I cannot imagine it's going to be as crazy as these first two parts were, especially now that we know all of the information that's already been released to us. It's just a matter of, updating that on the back end there. So, and back end and front end. So if he can get it done in 2 weeks, that leaves 2 weeks for like team testing, or like 1 week for team testing and 1 week for, map server testing, if that's what they want to do. But as long as they get it out by the end of March, which would be that March 18th timeframe, I mean, we're looking at what, 6 weeks, right? It's maybe 6.5 weeks, 7 weeks. That's not too far away. And again, I'm saying this, everything can change. They've not committed to any timeframes, and we already knew these timeframes anyway if they were trying to get it out in March. But my hope is that seeing now that these two portions are completed, and it's just a matter of getting the SPS and research inputs updated, I will actually be curious to tune into the land updates over the next week or two, just to see how far and how much work this will actually entail. Like, so if he posts an update next week, to see how much he's gotten done. And if in the next 2 weeks, all of a sudden he is done, and maybe they're talking about like testing and all that, which would be really cool, right? Because if they're being this, and again, I appreciate the transparency that Cryptomancer has had. I mean, he should be letting us know, I'm done working. It's moving to testing now. And then of course, there'll probably be some stuff that they might find in testing and they'll have to go back and forth. But 4 to 6 weeks, guys, this could be very exciting. I hope you've picked up your land plots, and we will see where it all goes. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That is all I have for you guys in this video. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.